Up that way. You want up here? You want up? There we go. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? We're gonna kick on a little extra light here. We will change things up a little bit. Turn off our automatic exposure. Turn off our automatic balance. Turn off our light. Turn on the noise reduction. There we go. So we get a little bit of stuff. You've got two cats today. You've got cat one. Yeah, cat one. Hi, Frodo. You got cat two. You got Max up in the corner there. We're gonna. Can I not? There we go. Get the mic out of my face just a tiny bit today. Is this all good? Like, can you guys still hear me relatively well? I see the thing going off. So as long as it's going off, should be fine. But zoom in a smidge. I think we're even now. Does anyone else feel crooked? All right, there we go. There we go. Levi, Megaplex, Dark, Rust, how y'all doing? The ceiling effect. Yeah, it might be the ceiling. So here's how it goes. I've got a headache, and I can't relax, and I needed to record, and I didn't record, mostly because the temperature's been way down, and I'm currently in the process of figuring out what we're gonna do to heat up the garage this year. Plan of action is this. We have some hopeful horizons of getting a new lease. If we get a new lease, I'll probably have to scrounge up the money in some fashion, but we'll scrounge up the money and we will do. Let's show it off. Give you guys a plan of action. Because there's two different options here. So we'll get these, right? And we'll insulate the garage. And that will dramatically help with keeping things warm and honestly keeping things cool when it comes back around to needing to cool it down. But if we don't get a lease, I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars because it's going to be like $200 to insulate the garage. $100 to $200. Safe bet of about $200 because I also need the tools to actually cut this foam. Not here for long, cutting a board for an extension for my wife's sewing table. And I did get the new speaker. I have not put it in yet because I have to disconnect a bunch of stuff and reorganize how I have my cords. They're great for insulation. It is the exact size I need to kind of just cut it and plop it into the garage panels. And that will dramatically increase the cooling and heating effect because it's insulation. It'll keep things cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Which, considering that my breaker likes to kick when I'm trying to warm up the garage a bit too much, that's a good thing, right? Really need to be able to keep that in. So, right, So that's the plan. If we get a new lease, I'll spend the money on that. If we don't, the other option is not great, but it would help a little bit. It would help enough that like I'll figure other things out. But the other option would be to just put some blankets over it. And they don't do the greatest. If you've ever had to just put a blanket over what is effectively a giant gap, a bunch of really cold area and everything like that, it will kind of work. But that room always is going to be the coldest room that you have. We had it at the other house where the living room had a giant window, and that window had little leaks in it, and the landlord never wanted to fix them, and I didn't have a real way to fix it. So we just covered it up with bubble wrap, insulate, whatever we could. And we kept it on year round after a certain point because it was just might as well. Jeremy, I saw that. I saw that you do that. Was on Member Solutions chat alone, Doy. You can stick around wherever. You can be on whichever one. So Member Solutions, the reason why I'm on live on the Cosmic Member Solutions right now, if you guys see this right here, I'm live on my own personal YouTube channel, is because this will probably get deleted off of this channel. Oh, Nico, it's one of those things where it's just telling you guys what the plan of action is right now. We'll figure things out when we figure things out. By the way, the roof caved in, so the printing order just got put on hold. Oh my God, Dark Wolf, are you okay? At least it was the porch and not the inside of the house, but fuck. I know. We were always worried about the roof caving in at the other house. We almost, because we had a water leak. And so we were dealing with a lot of stuff at the other house. My garage here is not the best of conditions. Like I'm actively looking at it and like they're gonna have to repair it in a few years. If they don't do something. All the best anyway, buddy. Housing is nuts over here. Yeah. NZ. What is NZ? What is NZ? Is that New Zealand? Or is that like there's not an NZ in the States? I don't remember an NZ in the States. My brain is not braining. I've got a massive headache. Who's the gray and white cat? That's Frodo. She's the cat that hangs out there most of the times. When it's not her, it's Max. These are the two cats you guys see the most. So this is my baby Frodo. And that's fat ass up there. And yes, I'm wearing Knuff. I'm Knuff. I'm debating. Another thing, and the reason why I'm up is because I need to record, and I'm just debating on if I just want to wear this. Because again, it's cold. It's not like I can't deal type of cold right now, but I would have to turn off my heater. The moment I turn off my heater, that temperature is going to dramatically drop. And I lost my recording point where it would have been warm enough to record without worry. And like it's raining massively. It might clear up here in a day or so. And I still don't have anything from Chris, but he got sick. So, and I don't have anything else recorded for next week. Not that it's a huge concern. We put out a healthy amount of content this month. I like putting AMD components in my computer. I wonder if they have a dedicated hard drive. That's a random. Super happy to get on live tomorrow. Hey, Alexis, how you doing? Hoping for the best for Chris. Hope he feels better. Yeah, that's the same here. It's like I let him know like if he has any skits for me that he wants me to record, I'll record them. But like I was telling him that through a massive migraine. I've had it for like several hours now. I'm hoping a little bit of diet soda will help clear up the headache. but we got to figure out some stuff anyways. I saw the newest that you were recording earlier. I did a bunch of scenes for the Stitch stuff. Yeah. I only have the last bit, which needed Oma's lines before I continued, because like I have to go all the way through and I needed to be consistent. So I'll probably ask you guys some questions, and you guys will be able to, the few people that are on here will be able to influence the Stitch stuff, which will be important. Question wasn't randomly. I asked you it earlier, and that you couldn't see my hard drive. You're looking for a replacement. So I don't have a recommendation for you, other than like getting out of the like hard drive and going with SSD or something like that. Here's a thing, and nothing on you, Timothy. I've had 1,000 different. I can't take ibuprofen. I physically cannot take ibuprofen. Or was it time? I think it's ibuprofen. I take really strong arthritis medication, and straight up, I've been told I can't. It's one or the other. I can never seem to fucking remember which one. I have to go and look it up. I'm pretty sure it's ibuprofen though. Pretty sure it's ibuprofen. Maybe it's one of them does not interact with my medication very well. No, it's just that like it's highly not recommended for liver issues, like because the medication I take is already a big thing. So I've got a degree in computer technology, right? Network computer tech. And like I deal with a lot of it. Holy shit, Wolf. On the bright side, it doesn't. Okay, so, and I'm going to say bright side too. I'm going to share this, guys, with you. Dark Wolf just gave me permission to share this. I guess Frodo doesn't want to be on here. Their porch roof just collapsed. Now, thankfully, this is corrugated. That's not too hard to replace or too expensive. That is the good thing. But that's still a thing that happened. That sucks that it happened. Right? And like no one got hurt. Scalp massage? Oh yeah. Any chance you have a caffeine headache, Levi? No, considering I haven't had caffeine until just now. But yeah, this is the porch. Corrugated fiberglass panels have a limited life. Yeah. I would see getting steel might be a really good replacement right there. That would take, if done right, you're looking at 2 panels, maybe 1. 4 if you just replace all of these right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I've had used to live on a farm. I've had to put up corrugated roofing panel. That's not that hard. It's more like an inconvenience because of like how big the stuff is, and you have to handle it. And it's like once it's in place, it's bam, 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 you're done. For corrugated paneling, I would imagine that's only 2 panels. So if I'm right, you're looking at about $200, right? Am I right, Dark Wolf? Yeah, I have nerve damage too. Fucking sucks. It's not that I can't use that stuff. I just can't use it in conjunction. I have to stop taking my arthritis medication to safely take other medications like that. And I have medication for my headaches and anything else that might but it makes me non-functional. And like, so what I usually do is I'll take a Coke or something. That's true. If they get a larger one, if you get a larger one and cut it, if you got the 10 snips, less. Do you have 10 snips? Are you using it with? I have no idea. I have no idea which ones you're doing. I'm thinking steel. I'm thinking like long-term steel panels. And then here for those of you who don't know, let me show that picture again, because I'm gonna talk some stuff that I know of. Right? Let's do this one right here. Right? I guess it doesn't really matter how. Okay, but either way, let me just download that so I don't have to show any of the Discord chat too. Now I just want to chat. Oh, now we're just gonna chat a little bit. I've got this little guy on the corner of my screen because I moved my thing. He's like, you moved it again. So now he's trying to make. Are you seriously? No, we're not doing no, you're not on my computer. No. I'm sorry, but no. Not on the monitor itself, behind the monitor. I don't care if you make a web behind the monitor. Keep those bugs out of here. Mention a stroke. Does anyone have tips for switching from an e-cig to actual cigarettes? Yeah, don't. I'm sorry. This is gonna sound really harsh. If you can quit, I highly suggest to take the opportunity to do so. You're gonna have a few days that are absolute shit, but maybe nicotine patches, if you've tried those before and they don't work, if you try cold turkey and that hasn't worked, there is something you can do, and that is because it's the act of doing this. And you can look up, they're like tea cigarettes or something like that. They're herbs is what they are. They're not nicotine in any shape, form, or way. They're just like dandelion and shit like that. That isn't going to cause you as much problem. You're still inhaling stuff that you should not be inhaling. But let me tell you, as somebody who has a spouse that used to, like, the irony is that they were less sick. They're less sick. Were less sick with regular cigarettes than e-cigs because they were getting a lot of moisture buildup in their lungs, and it was causing them what's called vape cough. But if you can quit alcohol and cigarettes are the two pet peeves on the channel for me. I'm like, I don't like telling it, but you have some panels, or you went and got some. Are you right. I was gonna talk the panels stuff. Okay, so I got distracted because I can use zero nicotine fluid. Now, be careful of that because of the whole thing I just mentioned. Okay, so all right. So they've got two panels, and they're going to put the panels. I'm assuming you're just going to fix this spot here. I can't. I'm assuming. Are you? Do you not want to let me highlight? Okay, whatever. You're gonna fix this spot right here, right? When you're fixing corrugated panels on something that deals with like a roof, proper roof, I would suggest. That's just a suggestion. You don't have to do this. Pre-drilling your holes and then getting oh god, it's not tar. It used to be tar. I used to, like, I legitimately just tarred it and put the nail through. I think there's a specific thing that they make now. grew up in the wonky areas. Okay, like, we used what we had. But I think there's roofing tar, like, legitimately the same things that you'd use for rubber washer, corrugated roofing. Ha! Here it is. That would probably do better than what I was about to suggest, which is basically roofing tar, slap it down, and then hammer it in. That's what I've done. But the rubber washer corrugated roofing screws, much better. I get less problems with coughing with e-cigs. Also, burning plant matter of any type makes psych meds work less. Yep. You got to be careful with that too. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of smoke either. I do not care for it. I'm allergic to tobacco too. Actually, allergic to nightshades with tobacco is part of. Oh shit! You can't have tomatoes. No, you can't have tomatoes. What? That's not the only thing. Shit, there's a lot of plants that we eat that are part of the nightshade family. Oh, I just had my neck pop. That felt so good. But anyways, yeah. What we did again? What I did? Roofing tar, nail it in. It's we didn't have like the electric nailer, so it was just like those big giant nails that you grab and then funk. It was really fun. One of the things we did have to do, we had to blunt the nail. Thank you, Only Dragon. I like it too. It's a nice one. Which is why I'm debating. I'm gonna ask you guys a question here. Eggplants and bell peppers too. Yeah. And they can't have tomato. Mega Pixie here is allergic to nightshade. That sucks. Last year I have to pay for labor, so that's good. Well, at least like you don't have to worry about the materials, but paying for labor is the big thing. I bet you could find a laborer. I bet you could find somebody online who'd be able to put that up for you relatively cheap. Looking at that wood, though, if you have the opportunity to redo the whole like roof part, I would probably redo that wood too. At least the center beam. Or like start saving up money to replace that. Because I'm looking at that wood, and that wood looks almost as bad as what I currently have over yonder. It's pretty soaked through. Yeah, it can be hard to. Yeah, no, I get that. I'm lactose intolerant, and I drink eggnog and eat cheese, and also drink milk. I do too. I don't have the right to bitch at you guys, but I would like to point out, me eating lactose stuff is a lot less concerning than somebody smoking or drinking alcohol. Like if I can convince you guys and help you to quit smoking and maybe switch drinking, I'd be happy with that. Not Mormon, just not a fan of it. And there are people who do that and who don't. So there was an allergy onset allergy. Oh my God, right? Hated that. Cinnamon was mine. Cinnamon and the lactose intolerance. That was mine. Sucked. All right, so we have some lines. Here it is. I have some lines for Oma, both from Dark Wolf, and I have some from Chris had reached out and grabbed some lines.
Can you reset the unit?
There we go. We're just going to grab all these lines. Yeah, it's contact dermatitis, which basically means like if I ingest it, like I can smell it. It smells fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's like if it comes in contact with my in my bloodstream, it causes hives and stuff. Like I start itching. My mouth will go numb. I love eggnog, but it doesn't love me. Yeah. I love French toast, but it doesn't love me. Which is another reason why you guys don't see me like ever make French toast on the stream. I very rarely make it, specifically because I hate making something that I cannot physically eat myself. I'm not a fan of doing that unless I'm getting paid to do that. So we have a scene in the Stitch where first John's last line is yeah, I took over my own universe. Levi, just please make the call. This is Levi fixing the situation, right? And it starts off and it's supposed to be a fade to black 5 minutes later. And the more I think about it, it should not be a 5-minute thing. Levi just got back from vacation. 100% just got back. He's being made to take care of a situation he doesn't want to take care of. He doesn't want to waste time, so it's not going to be a day later. But I feel like an hour or two later is justifiable. And it would be, and having, wearing something different while you're at work would be perfectly reasonable. The question, and here's the question, do I go from wearing, let me show you guys, from wearing this. So this is the outfit that I have in most of the stuff, talking to them, trying to like get settled in, to I'm getting my hat on, getting ready to work, just to find out I have to make a fucking phone call that I don't know how long this is going to take. Or do I go ahead and do a 2-hour later thing, and now I'm wearing I am Knuff. I've changed what I look like, minus like I would still be wearing the hat, but I would be going from this look. I'd go from that to this. No. That's what I'm actively doing. So like I'm not putting the situation off, but at the same time, the more I think about it, the reality is I probably wouldn't stick around. I wouldn't stay in my vacation stuff. I'd probably go and have a point where I change outfits. So it's not an answer the phone. The scene that we have is I get back to the office because I'm called back. And then 2 hours later, 2 hours later. I think a 2 hours later mark is a good one. That gives plenty of time for me to do whatever I need to do, and justifiably time to change outfit. This also gathers your attention to the screen a second time, as part of the skit, and I can also have that be a good cutaway to that. Yeah, that's another thing. You just went from a warm vacay outfit to the office at whatever temperature. The mounted stitch until I'm done recording is removed. And I don't know when I'll stick him back up there. I'll probably stick him back up there again eventually. But the biggest problem is I have to keep removing him every time. Yeah, I think going from like warm vacay to cold office, I think that would be a perfect segue. I do agree with that. So that is what we're going to do. Now we're going to listen to the lines, and we're going to choose the lines that we need here. So this is Look, Oma, I highly disagree with this plan. And Oma's supposed to be annoyed at this point. Can you reset the universe before Stitch came or not? And this is what I have for the that Chris got me.
Can you reset the universe to before Stitch came or not?
That is very much, and he admitted that like she usually does audiobook stuff. And I'm like, it's not bad. It's very clear, very high quality audio. But the emotion just isn't there.
Can you reset the universe to before Stitch came or not?
It sounds like you're listening. It doesn't sound like I'm talking to someone.
What's done is done.
And that's my only complaint about it.
Now.
That's a really good now. That has some.
Now. I trust you to live up to your name of Member Solutions.
Like why is it so?
Of Member Solutions.
It feels so weird, and I didn't want to say what it sounds like, and I hate that it sounds like this, but to me, it sounds like AI, and I don't think it is. It sounds like a computer. It's very much that reading for a specific reason without stuff, and because I didn't tell him, I didn't give line directions outside of and I'm looking at it, and I actually did have line directions. I have Oma annoyed, Oma resigned, still annoyed. Like I have those line directions in there right here. Oma resigned, still annoyed, Oma annoyed. Like you should be able to, can you reset the universe before Stitch came or not? And so I do find that a bit weird that what we got out of that.
Can you reset the universe to before Stitch came or not?
Was that. It's really good quality. That's my thing, is that's a really good quality. And Dark Wolf did the best they could.
Can you reset the universe to before? Well, no. I trust.
And I'm going to try to clean up the audio a bit.
Can you reset the universe to before Stitch came or not?
So you can hear more human-esque stuff, and she's not human, mind you. No, they do though. Oma shows emotion. Oma is very like wise and descended and everything like that. The way she speaks is usually very calm and wise, but that doesn't mean she won't get annoyed at you. So there's still that emotion in there. It sounds like I've heard plenty of audiobooks, and this type of audiobook right here.
Can you reset the universe to before Stitch came or not?
Is the type of audiobook I absolutely hated. To give context, if you listen, like David Tennant does reads How to Train Your Dragon, and he did that, I guess, for the kids and everything. And he does a wonderful job doing like different voices and everything. Love his stuff for that. Obi-Wan type of attitude, yeah, kind of. Why is the office cold? Why is my office cold, or why is the office cold? Period. I think it would be. Have you ever worked at a call center? If you've never worked at a call center, in fact, any office, any retailer, period, any penny pinching motherfucker that doesn't want to pay its employees and keep them warm. I cannot tell you the amount of times that my managers got yelled at for turning up the temperature in Teleperformance, because they would get there and be really cold, and so they would turn up the temperature, and then they would get yelled at and they had to turn it off, and like you would get people coming in. It's like, why is it so cold in the office? So stupid. Right? So stupid. It's just like they're always cold.
Can you reset the universe to before Stitch came?
So let's reduce the noise.
Can you reset the universe?
Let's turn that volume, the decibel, down a few smidges. Because it sounds like talking a little bit probably too close to the mic.
Can you reset the universe to before Stitch came? Or not?
There we go.
Levi, can you reset the universe to before Stitch came? Or not? Tell me, can you reset the universe to before Stitch arrived? Or not?
I like that last line delivery, even though it's not exactly what I wrote. And again, voice acting is all about like adding a little bit of your own flair to it.
Tell me, can you reset the universe to before Stitch arrived? Or not?
I like that. That's a really good delivery right there. I don't know if I'm going to use any of the lines that Chris gave me, to be honest. I know that sounds bad after he went through all that trouble, but I don't feel like trying to reach out and be like, hey, look, I need you to redo these lines when I've got other lines available. Swing to the choir, Levi. All Marts have their temp controlled in Bentonville. Oh my god. You have a workshop to teach? You like a bit of cold? I don't mind. A bit of cold. I don't like it when it's freezing cold. If I turn off that heater right now, the temperature will drop very rapidly. And it's sitting at about a 67. This is a comfortable temperature, right? It's not a bad temperature. To record in, it's a slightly uncomfortable temperature, but I like a nice 70, 72. That's a really good temperature to record in. Yeah, my head's starting to feel a little bit better. I don't think I'm going to be able to record tonight, though, which does suck, but I'm at least going to get things set up for my timing so that I can record. And that's what we're going to do now. So my line is, look, Oma, I highly disagree with this plan. So 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Look, Oma, I highly disagree with this plan.
Tell me, can you reset the universe to before Stitch arrived? Or not?
Yeah, I like that. So we'll go here. Look, Oma, I highly disagree with this plan. Let's move it over a smidge, back a smidge. Look, Oma, I highly disagree with this plan.
Tell me, can you reset the universe to before Stitch arrived? Or not?
So that's a good one. I like that. So then I'm going to have to move the line over here so I can see it.
Tell me, can you reset the universe to before Stitch arrived? Or not?
And then almost next line.
Well, that's done it then. Now, I trust you will live up to your... Now, I trust you will... I hope that you will live up to...
So then what's done is done is the next line. So then it's
before Stitch arrived. Or not?
yes, we can reset it once we ID the exact moment. But if you help Stitch fully ascend, I'm not sure what will happen. So roughly right about there. Tell Chris that we voted and chose this recording. Oh no, this is 100% my choice. Chris is already aware of how I felt about the other recording. I was like, it felt weird, right? But And he told me, like, she usually does novel and stuff like that. She usually narrates and stuff. And I was like, oh, that would explain the reason why.
Well, what's done is done. Well, what's done is done.
First of all, let's normalize, reduce noise, and we brought that down to about a -4 decibel points. So that's what we're going to do here.
Well, what's done is done. Well, what's done is done.
I like that one right here.
Well, what's done is done.
That one's a really good one. What I really like is the fact that we've been able to incorporate, or at least I have been able to incorporate some fan recordings and stuff. Thank you, Honor. Now I have to figure out my timing again. Damn it. Stupid. I shouldn't have. Should have made a marker or something.
Oh.
Yes, we can reset it once we ID the exact moment. But if you help Stitch fully ascend, I'm not sure what will happen. So yeah, roughly right about here.
Well, what's done is done.
And then we have the now I trust you to live up to your name of Member Solutions.
No, I trust you will live up to your name, Member Solution. No, I trust you to live up to your name of Member Solution. Now I trust you can live up to your name of Member Solution. I trust you'll live up to your name of Member Solution.
I like that last take. Let's listen to this one over here.
I hope that you will live up to your reputation as Member Solution.
I like that one too.
I trust that you'll live up to your reputation as Member Solution. I trust that you can live up to the reputation of Member Solution.
That one right there. That's the one.
I trust that you can live up to the reputation of Member Solution.
That's much better.
I expect to be able to live up to the reputation of Member Solution.
Ooh. Ooh. Let's normalize, reduce noise. Let's fix and clean the audio a little bit. So let's decide which one we've got. So Oma says what's done is done.
Well, what's done is done. I trust that you can live up to the reputation of Member Solution. I expect to be able to live up to the reputation of Member Solution.
I like the I expect. I like the I expect. But we need one more thing. This is what's really cool here.
I hope that you will live up to your reputation as Member Solution. I trust that you'll live up to it.
Now, right there. There's a space, which is perfect.
No.
So we're going to grab that. Normalize, reduce.
Well, no.
Now we account for natural speaking rhythm. We fiddle around with things.
Well, no.
Need a breath right there, so we give it a little bit more space.
No. I expect to be able to live up to the reputation of meditation.
And we'll give a little bit more space for the now. So we should be able to.
Well, no. No. I expect to be able to live up to the reputation of meditation.
So my line, so it goes this line. Well, what's done is done.
Well, no. I expect to be able to live up to the reputation of meditation.
And then it hangs up. What's done is one. What? So Levi having two what moments?
Well,
What?
no. I expect to be able to live up to the reputation of meditation.
Oh, hold up. Wait. What? Yeah, I like that. That works out really well. So now we go. And this is what it's going to sound like all together. We'll play it here. Look, Oma, I highly disagree with this plan.
Tell me, can you reset the universe to the 4-stitch arrive or not?
Yes, we can reset it once we ID the exact moment. But if you help Stitch release in, honestly, I'm not sure what will happen.
Well,
What?
no. I expect to be able to live up to the reputation of meditation.
What? Hold up, Oma? And then we have John's line and goes from there. I like that. I like that. That sounds good. We're right there. I could record right now if it wasn't for the fucking headache. Fuck that. Fuck the headache. Turn off the heater. Straighten out the chair. Because once this scene is done, thank you so much. I like it too. You're gonna see this probably a lot more along with other hoodies, because as it gets fucking cold in my office, my actual space, I'm going to switch what I wear. You're also gonna see that happen more often than like just naturally in videos too. Where the hell is my? Oh. I'm Knuff. It's from Barbie. I am Knuff. It's Ken from Barbie. It's all colorful. Knuff is what it means. Yep. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to record a take. I'm going to record one take. See how I feel about it. Pull up my notepad so I don't have to have. Lighting on my camera looks great. Lighting in here, not so much. All right. So we're gonna write the 2 lines that we need. Pretty sure I don't need to worry about like my lines here, but I have to do this in one take. I have to do the look, all my everything. I have to do these 3 lines all in one take. Or it has to be done all at once. Not necessarily one take, but all at once. When they say one take, they don't mean it was done in one take and there was a one and done. No. They mean from start to finish. He finally is the patron deity of Lynn. Oh, that's funny. All right. So I'm going to hit record so I don't have to worry about it. And then we're going to
Tommy, can you reset the universe?
shit. I have to plug this in. I hope is the correct one. I learned this little bit from actually watching behind the scenes when people are reacting but the person isn't there. Somebody's saying the lines. So I learned this from that. Okay, there we go. So now I can hear it. Three, two, one. It's already recording. Look, Oma, I highly disagree with this plan. Yes, we can reset it once we ID the exact moment. But if you help Stitch fully ascend, I'm not sure what will happen. What? Oma? Wait, what? I think I might actually like that. I did a quick camera look. We're gonna do one more take. I'm gonna do one more take. Three, two, one. Look, Oma, I highly disagree with this plan. Look, Oma, I highly disagree with this plan. Yes, I mean, as long as we can ID the exact moment in which he entered. But if you help Stitch fully ascend, I'm not sure what will happen. What? Of course I can. No, Oma? Oh, shit. I can have it cut at any point in that, but I like both those takes. Fair enough prompt, fair enough. All right, let's apparently I decided to record a quick 3-second thingy. Look, Oma, I highly disagree with this plan. Look, Oma, disagree with this. Yes, I mean, as long as we can ID the moment in which he entered. But if you help Stitch fully ascend, I'm not sure what will happen. Of course, it came to Oma. I'll take a look at those in the morning. These lights do not do my head. Turn off, you bitch! Sorry. Didn't mean to. A hat doesn't help much either. I have no idea what that is. Don't know what that is. Yeah, get back to that later. So, I kind of like what you doing in the middle. Stop trying to do it in the screen. No. You know what? No. Go over there. I want a Villain Sport RPG personally. We've talked about it. Oh my god. My head. I wish laying down would help, but it doesn't. It really does not help. All right. We got a couple takes. I'm gonna send those on over to Dropbox, grab them, and take a look at them in the morning. Is what I'm gonna do. I don't feel like trying to do like the rest of the skit. I'll have this, that'll be fine, and then I can mimic the other stuff. I'll finish the rest of it later. I can't. I've got to try to do something to get rid of this headache. Yeah, lights are being evil. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go be in darkness. This is what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna turn off all the lights. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna lay down, and I'm gonna try to feel a bit better. And I'll be taking this off because I won't need it upstairs. Right. Sit in the dark room. I'm going to sit in the dark room and plot evil. Oh my god, that's another thing. Yeah, no, I can't do the rest of the lines because they require me to yell. My head is fucking killing me. Thanks, guys. I was glad I was able to pop on for a little bit. For the record, this one, like the live on here will probably be, it'll stay on my main channel. But by the time when I get upstairs, I'll probably be deleting this live stream off of the main channel. So Villain Sport, this will disappear, but Member Solutions, Cosmic Member Solutions, YouTube, it'll be on there. And of course, it'll remain on Twitch until Twitch deletes it by itself. Because if you guys don't know, Twitch doesn't keep all its VODs. They eventually go away. Yeah, I'm thinking that too, Debbie. Maybe an ice pack. I got a couple like thin ice packs for headaches. Oh, pardon me. As well, like they weren't for headaches, but they were for like packing lunches. But they were so thin they weren't really that useful unless you were packing a sandwich. And even then, it wasn't going to keep it for long. I'll probably grab one of those and put it on my head and see if that helps. I'm super stoked to see what Firma. I just showed it. This is the Oma I'm going to be using. I really like the line delivery I don't know if you guys thought you guys heard it, but
Tell me, can you reset the universe
I just
to
realized I
before
had the sound
Stitch
going in the wrong
arrived?
area.
Or
Or
not?
not?
Was late. I'm sorry. No, that's all good. But yeah, so this is
Tell me, can you reset the universe to before Stitch arrived? Or
Or
not?
not?
I really like the way that that line was delivered. Dark Wolf did a fantastic job. The only thing and the only complaint I have with no, that's all good. The only complaint I have for Dark Wolf, and this is something to look into if you want to do more voice work, is look into how you record your stuff. Like, if you can afford a better mic, absolutely grab one. If not, the thing that you should focus on the most is creating this space where wherever you're recording will give you the best audio quality that you can at the moment. So a lot of voice actors, small time voice actors, even large, I know some large voice actors that do this, they create a box that they basically stick their head in and their recording apparatus is far enough away. And then like, those sounds that you kind of had a little bit, and that I have sometimes, take a bite of apple if you're able to have some apple, or drink some water. But an apple will get rid of the mouth sounds. You don't even have to eat the apple; it's just chew it, and the thing about apple gets rid of it. You can spit it out and then do your line. I've had it for several hours now that it very well could be. We just used a basic app, and that's how things start. It really is. Everything starts somewhere, is what I'd say. Tomorrow's Saturday, right? Spouse has it off. They're gonna go grab her stuff. 2 o'clock. Medicine should wear off. All right. You can, if you have the space to transform a closet. There's a lot of people who do that. Dark Wolf, if that porch is an enclosed porch, while though I wouldn't have any electronics like stay there, you could very easily transform a portion of that porch into an area if this becomes a viable option for doing this. Also, send me a message. I need to send you $25. I pay for voicing. Straight up, you're not going to tell me no. As soon as I can afford to, I am going to send you money, because if I'm going to use this in the final draft, I pay for it. You will get paid for your voice work. So you guys, thank you guys for joining. You have a wonderful day. I'm gonna go take care of my headache. Have a free Acme day. I wish you all peace of mind, serenity, body, and spirit, harmony among others. Remember, take it one breath, one step, one day at a time. Until the winds blow your sails our way again. Have a free Acme day. Have an Acme day as product of villain. Having a free Acme day will be retroactively built to your account. Have a free Acme day. Try it at this. I failed. Remember, have an Acme day simply means have the best day you possibly can have. Bye now.